Are you ready to step up to upper premium cruising? Stay tuned for our quick review of Oceania's newest ship, the Vista. My special guest today is Lola Vassiliadis, owner-operator of Cruise Holidays of Oakville and Lawrence Park. Lola and her team of expert travel advisors have been meeting the needs of their clients and guests across the country for the last 25 plus years. Hi, Lola. Welcome back to RTE-Travel Talk.
Hi, Ken. Great to see you again.
Wonderful to always have you with us, Lola. So today we're going to be talking about the newest ship that Oceania has just launched, the Vista, and I gather that you have recently spent a little bit of time on it. So I was hoping we could spend some time getting your thoughts on the ship, the class, the tale of the tape. What do you think?
Yeah, it's great. I was fortunate to be invited to one of the inaugural FAMs. So it was just a couple of nights on the ship, but enough to actually, get around, have a nice dinner, and see what the ship's all about.
So let's take a kind of a tale of the tape on it. Is she the same size as the other ships, Lola, or is she a completely different class?
She's 67,000 tons.
Right.
She holds 1,700 passengers. And the guest ratio on that is pretty good. It's 1.5 to 1.
Okay, so you're going to have a good experience, obviously.
Yes.
So what was your overall impression of the ship?
She's lovely. The decor, the colors, they really spoke to me because there were a lot of creams and taupes, and those are my colors. It was just a very warm, inviting atmosphere. The grand dining room, it's breathtaking. I mean, literally breathtaking. I walked into the room and I went, oh, it is gorgeous. It's all done in creams and white. It is stunning. Absolutely stunning.
One of the things that I noticed when I was on board the Oceania ships is that they have these wonderful frescoes on the ceiling. Is it the same there?
Not in the dining room. They have this wonderfully magnificent chandelier as the focal in the dining room. The artwork throughout the ship was really good. It was quite varied. Right. And I can't tell you how many stairwells I went down. I went, oh, this is nice. But I have to tell you, this is funny. In our stateroom, George and I were in an A2 concierge balcony. The thing that struck me the most was the bathroom.
Okay.
Honest, the bathroom was gorgeous. It was just magnificent. It had wonderful storage. They had an extra little cabinet. They used every inch without crowding it out. And it's the best bathroom I have seen on any ship.
That's absolutely amazing because you and I both know Oceania has gotten a fair bit of grief over the last number of years for the size of the bathrooms on the R class ship. My dad used to say you couldn't swing a cat in them.
That's right.
So now they've gone the other way.
Yeah, they listened to their passengers and they have increased the size of the bathroom. Nice big shower. It was absolutely fabulous.
Any other new destination areas on the ship that you noticed?
A couple of new things I noticed at the pool, at the main pool. They have a couple of those nice big lounge beds that are right basically in the pool. And you could just step off of those and go right into the shallow part of the pool, which was kind of neat. But basically, I'd say most of it is pretty well the same as the other ships. They've just maybe jazzed them up a little more, made them more inviting.
Right.
Yeah.
You really enjoyed in your concierge cabin.
Absolutely.
Lots of storage, room to spread out.
Yes.
Good sized balcony.
And the stateroom itself, lots of storage. If you were doing a long voyage, you would not have a problem. There's really a lot of storage. And the stateroom was a good size. George and I could get around, no problem.
What about other classes of staterooms on the ship, Lola? Did you get a chance to take a peek into some of the other staterooms?
We did view the other staterooms. The one that surprised me the most, I mean, the others like the penthouse, the Vista Suites. I mean, the Vista Suite, if I was doing a long journey, a very long journey, I think I would pay to be in a Vista Suite.
Really?
It was beautiful, beautiful suite. It had everything you could imagine to be on a long sailing like that. And a Vista Suite is approximately 1,600 square feet. That's larger than some apartments. I could see doing a long voyage on that. The one that surprised me the most, and as you know, on some cruise lines now on the ships, they have solo cabins.
Right.
For solo passengers. The first ones that I saw that came out, you open the door and you may as well just jump right on the bed because there really wasn't any space in it. It's a bed, a closet, and a small bathroom.
Yeah. Yes. Normally it's a place to put your head down and that's about it.
That's it. And, you have a lounge that you can go to and mingle with other people, but you don't spend time in that stateroom. On the Vista, the solo cabin is like a regular cabin. It had lots of room, full bathroom, big balcony.
Right. And
I mean, a solo passenger would be more than happy in there.
Oh, fantastic. So is there a number of those available on the ship?
There are. We're seeing more and more solo passengers over the last few years.
Yeah. And the cruise lines are making accommodations now to look after them more than ever. That's grand. Yeah, that's grand.
And they do have a lounge that they can go to, and then they can mingle with other and get to know other solo passengers, which is quite nice.
Oceania claims to have the finest cuisine at sea. Do they live up to that reputation, Lola? And is there any new dining experiences to be had?
I still think, and I've been on a wide range of cruise lines, and I still prefer Oceania's dining experience for a few reasons. One is Oceania spends more money per passenger on the fresh ingredients.
Okay.
So they put the money into the ingredients to even start the process. When I sail on Oceania, George and I, we're getting older and a little less patient.
No.
And we find that we enjoy eating on the terrace cafe. You can sit outside in the evening or inside if it's a little too breezy or cool. But what we found was that up on the terrace at night, it's still a buffet. However, they will grill lobster tails, giant shrimp, steak, lamb chops, hot dogs, hamburgers. They will grill all of that for you. You can have as much as you want. And we would go up there every night and have dinner and have lobster and shrimp and lamb chops. By far, we love eating up in the terrace.
So the terrace cafe is kind of a hidden gem for different parts of the day.
It is. Yeah. It is, really. But there are a couple of new dining options. One is called Embark.
Okay.
It's your American cuisine, mac and cheese, crab cakes, things like that. They put a bit of a twist on it to bring it up to the next level. And an interesting thing about the Embark, there is a fireplace, and it looks like a real wood burning fireplace, and yet it's not. It's really kind of cool. The other one is Aquamar, and for those people looking for fresh squeezed juices in the morning, smoothies, all your more healthy type of foods. If you go to Aquamar, you're going to get all of that. They do their own granola. It's all made fresh. And then at lunchtime, they have all your healthy vegan type foods. So you can definitely go there and get fresh salads and things like that.
Oh, fantastic. So do they have the other specialty restaurants we've come to know and love aboard these ships, like Red Ginger and Toscana and the rest of them?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, absolutely. Cool. Yeah, we have all the others and of course Waves. So if you just want to go and get a hamburger or a quick sandwich, you can go there.
We call them specialty restaurants, but correct me if I'm wrong, there's no cover charge for those other than the fact you should make reservations, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So they're all included in your fare.
Yes. Sorry, another little spot that I like is Baristas. And I don't know if you've gone up there on your journeys. You can get all your specialties, specialty coffees, things like that. And then adjacent to Barista, they have a little bakery and they have fresh croissants, chocolate almond croissants, and fresh made shortbread cookies. And that's a great little spot. We did go there a couple of times in 2 days.
You had me at croissants. You'd never get me out of there.
Yeah, it's a nice little spot.
Just to put a cap on the dining section here, what you said about they put a lot of their focus into the ingredients they
Yeah,
serve. And like presentation is one thing, but beyond presentation, like I know from my days in culinary, beyond presentation, it's the quality of the product that you're putting
that's
on the
right.
plate. So it makes a
That's right.
huge difference.
And you
Fantastic.
know, when we're up in the Terrace Cafe at night, it's a whole lobster tail. They don't just cut it in half and give you half of it. They give you the whole lobster tail.
It's just those little differences.
Absolutely.
Now, in the suites, Butler service is Butler service is available just in the suites.
That's right. And butler service, I mean, your butler will do everything from unpack and you name it.
Right.
It's there for you to take advantage of. And in the suites, you also have access to an executive lounge. It's a key
Okay.
card entry, so not everybody can get in there. You know, in the evening, if you want to go and have pre-dinner drinks, meet some people, meet some friends, you can go and do it there.
So on Oceania, is there alcohol packages with that, Lola, or?
Yes, it goes wine, spirits, and beer at lunch and at dinner.
Okay, that's included with your fare, or that's over and above?
No, that's included.
Okay.
And that's their new program they have called Simply More. So it includes unlimited Wi-Fi, your drinks, you have a shore excursion credit, depending on where you are and the length. It will depend on how much of a credit you get for shore
Right.
excursions. If you take their air program,
Right.
then they will give you free transfers on day of embarkation and disembarkation.
And that's a big thing. Depending on where in the world you are, your transfers can be significant dollars.
Absolutely.
If I'm not mistaken, Simply More replaced what they used to call O Life Choice. Am I correct in that?
Right. And the big change that was made there was they took away the prepaid gratuities.
Right.
And they gave you a shore excursion credit.
Right.
Now, having said that, we do have a number of sailings where we have added amenities, and prepaid gratuities may be one of those amenities, especially if it's a distinctive voyage.
Right. And that goes to the fact that it's always worthwhile to have the services of an expert travel advisor when you're looking at Oceania, because
Yes.
quite often in some cases they have access to these extra amenities, which can be prepaid gratuities or an extra onboard perk, something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where is the Vista going to be sailing?
She's basically going to be in the Caribbean during the winter months.
Right.
And then she will go back over to Europe for the summer.
And do the Mediterranean. Yeah.
Yes.
Now, you were only on for a couple of nights, so you probably didn't get much of a chance to experience the entertainment, but what was it like?
They have the regular entertainment, like the Broadway style shows, not quite as grand as you get on the premium cruise lines. They do have high energy musical type shows. They will have entertainment, comedians, maybe a magician here and there. Aside from that, they have the casino.
Right.
And a couple of things they have. One is an art studio.
Okay.
So whether you paint or not paint, you can go in there and you can paint. And they will give you some lessons on how to do some painting, which I thought was really kind of neat.
Do they have the culinary kitchen where they?
Yes, they have the culinary kitchen where you can go in and take classes. They even have a little restaurant sort of attached to it, where you can have dinner there, and it'll be specialties that the chef is trying out. They also have another classroom where they don't specifically teach you how to, let's say, make a specific recipe. They will take a look at teaching you skills in cooking.
Right.
So that was really cool.
And there's a lot of people interested in that, because literally millions of people just love to cook. And then for the rest of us who love to eat, it's kind of a win-win.
Yeah, and it's sort of like a little mini school, as if you went to a culinary school and you learn the basics of how to cook.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. So in terms of where Oceania falls, comparing them to a premium cruise line or perhaps an Ozamare or Windstar, where do you slot them in when you're talking to your clients?
They are upper premium.
Okay.
So the premium you'd be looking at, like your Holland America, Celebrity, like that. They are upper premium.
And they're a step above.
They're a step above.
Okay.
And I would put Oceania together with Ozamaro, Windstar, and Explora, the new cruise line, Explora.
So who would you recommend Oceania and Vista for, Lola?
Obviously, Oceania has a strong repeat passenger.
Okay.
But aside from that, if we take passengers who are on Holland America, who do celebrity, and they're in a celebrity concierge and above,
Right.
they would be a good fit. They would be easy to move them over onto an Oceania. Holland America, if you're in their suite, same thing. But if they want a very good adult, and Oceania does not have any programs for children,
So
so
they're
you
not a
don't.
good, they're not a
No,
good fit
they're not
for,
a family. No,
yeah.
no, and that's fine. It's adults.
So if you're comfortable, if you were comfortable sailing with Holland America or Celebrity Cruise Lines, stepping up
Yes,
to Oceania is going to be a good fit for you,
yeah,
and you'll find the same type of atmosphere on board, perhaps even a little bit more refined, and maybe
yes,
not quite as rushed.
yes, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
but
It's a progression. It's a step
yeah,
between the premium and going up
all the way to
to
luxury.
the luxury.
And obviously, it's probably priced accordingly without
It
getting into the
is.
numbers. Yeah.
It is. And that's one thing that I do want to say about Oceania. They're consistent. We
Oh,
know their food is consistent, their service is consistent. We don't get some of the complaints where we occasionally get some from other cruise lines. Selling them and putting our passengers, our guests on board an Oceania ship, we know they're going to have a good experience.
grand, grand, grand. Well, Lola, this is absolutely super information. I gather that they've got another new ship coming out in the class too, in that class,
Yeah.
Allura, sailing in
Yes.
25.
Yes. You'll have to wait a little while until I can give you the review on that one. I plan on going back and seeing that ship just to see if the bathroom is that stunning, which I'm sure it will be.
You
It'll
know,
be the sister ship.
it's absolutely amazing how important a bathroom is to people,
It is. And
because
I'm telling you, it was just beautiful.
we see that comments in our stream all the time. It's really great to see that Oceania heard from their guests loud and clear and
Yeah.
responded.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else you might like to add about Oceania before we wrap up, Lola?
It's a very good cruise line. It, like I said, it's consistent. It lives up to its name, I feel, and our guests feel it lives up to its reputation of the best cuisine at sea.
Super. So if folks wanted to reach out to you or one of your expert
Mhm.
travel advisors, how would they do that, Lola? What's the best way to reach you?
Well, the easiest is to check out our website, hookedoncruising.com.
Okay.
It'll lead you into our information
Right.
for the Oakville store, the Lawrence Park store, and Niagara.
And you've basically got travel advisors across the country now.
Yes, we do.
That's super. I'll leave those links in the description for those folks that may like to reach out to you. But just before we get out of here, I always have to know what's next on your travel bucket list for you and George. Where are you off to?
Well, we are planning to take our grandchildren on a river cruise next summer. I'm very excited about that.
Oh, great, great.
It'll be the first time that they will see a part of Europe, and I'm really thrilled.
Now, Lola, that's not something that you hear a lot about on river cruises. How old are the grandchildren, roughly? What are their ages?
At that time, they will be 14, 18, and 20.
Oh,
So they're at a good age
yep.
to take. If they were younger, I wouldn't consider it.
No, but that's the age that you could leave a solid impression with them.
Yes.
With all the history and the sights and the sounds in Europe.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Well, we're definitely going to have you back after that to regale us with all of your adventures on board that. Do you know which river cruise line you're going yet?
I don't yet. I'm in the process, just starting the process of looking into it. But definitely, I'll come back in the fall and I'll bring lots of pictures and tell you what it was like.
Super. And with that, I'm just going to wish you and George safe and happy travels and all your future cruises and vacations. May the wind always be at your back, and I hope to see the two of you on a Lido deck sometime soon in the future.
Yes, so do I.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. And that about wraps it up for today, folks. A very special thanks to my guest, Lola Vassiliadis of Cruise Holidays of Lawrence Park in Oakville. If you'd like to reach Lola or one of her expert travel advisors, I will leave their contact information in the description. If you'd like to reach us with a suggestion for a future video or an interview, you can simply send a question to questions@realtravelexperts.com. Visit our website, realtravelexperts.com, or simply leave a comment. We always respond. And as always, folks, if you enjoyed this content, a like, subscribe, and a ring of the bell is certainly appreciated and helps us to spread the word. So until next time, Happy travels.